We're ready. Let's go.
All right.
Hey, guys.
Hello.
I always sit in this chair and you always have your feet down like that. Have you ever noticed that? I'm always like, how can I get as comfortable as possible? And you're just like,
That does not seem comfortable to me at all.
that's because you're not flexible.
Correct. I'm not flexible.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So you are the comfy one, and I'm the serious one.
Yeah, you are serious, but
Yeah. You let me know all the time. Last week in the middle of the thing, you had to use the restroom, and you were like, "Can you just?" What did you say?
you were just so like
You're
you were
like, "You're
talking
so
slow.
boring."
You like you talk so slow, and it would just. I can't imagine listening to it as a consumer. Like I would have to put it on like 1.5x just for your part, because when you
That's how I talk, though, right?
try
I don't.
to say a sentence, take a lot of pauses, and I'm just like, get to the fucking point. What? Ah.
All right.
All right, but like this is who you are as a person. I'm sorry. I don't mean to like, you don't need to change. I'm just saying like it's something that I notice.
Yeah. I'm not gonna try to talk faster.
You live your life.
I will.
You don't conform to anyone, Tim. You just be who you are.
Okay. All right. I will. Okay. So we've had we're at the holidays now, holiday week.
Yes.
And so why don't you recap a little bit for folks what we've been up to?
Oh my gosh. Let's see. We had our anniversary, which I think was the last time that we recorded was we were talking about our anniversary was in a couple of days. So that was nice. We went to a nice steakhouse restaurant here in Austin, and the steak was kind of mid. We of course do have a very high expectations.
Very high standards.
Very high.
They were just
with
trying to do
steak.
too much,
Yeah.
and sometimes you need to do less.
You got to simplify it.
Yeah.
So it was good. We brought August with us, which was nice. He's our little steakhouse fella.
Yep.
He loves a steakhouse. It was good. And then we also went to Shokunin. Oh, we got to talk about Shokunin.
Are we pronouncing that correctly, by the way? Seems like it. I don't know how else you pronounce it.
Only one way to find out.
Yeah.
Just call him up. Okay. No, so we went to Shokunin, which is brought to you by the same founders of Sushi by Scratch and Pasta Bar and NADC Burgers. And it's like, think like very, very like you can still go and get your omakase. It's 20 seats instead of like the 8 or 10 that they have at Sushi by Scratch. I don't remember. And it's more casual. It's got a 90s vibe. I think they're trying to go for like, when sushi first like popped off in California, that's like the vibe they're going for. And when I tell you, did we not have a great time?
Yeah, it was great.
Dude,
it was good.
Fucking delicious.
Really good.
So good. So that was a nice little anniversary.
And I like that you can pick. I mean, I love Sushi by Scratch. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That is what it's called, right? It's not.
Yes.
Okay. That is like a fantastic restaurant. But I do like the non-omakase experience sometimes because it's like, usually when we do omakase, there's like 3 bites that I love. Don't get me wrong, they're all good, but there will be like 3 standouts. And I'm like, now they let you order more at the end, but like, it's sometimes I'm just like, I know what I want.
Mm-hmm.
So like, let's just get straight to it.
You want the fatty toro.
I want the toro. I want the Wagyu.
Yeah.
And you could just keep bringing me those. Like I'll just take 10 of those.
We're gonna live there, Tim. Like we're gonna be there a lot.
And then it's right next to NADC Burger on the east side. So afterwards, if you're like me and sushi doesn't really fill you up the whole way, you can just finish it off with a burger. You were full. To be clear, I could have been full, but in my mind, I was like, man, a burger also sounds really good.
That's the thing. Like, if you go into it knowing, like, oh shit, the burger's right next door, like, that's in the back of your mind the whole time. So, like, I think subconsciously you were like, I want to make some room. I want to save room.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, plus I was just getting the sashimi or the.
No, you were doing the nigiri.
Nigiri. I always mix them up. Nigiri, which is small bites, right?
No, but that's
I think
rice.
I think I ate like 10 or 12 of them. Like I ate a good amount.
Yeah. We did.
You could get full there, like because you can also get rolls, which we didn't get any rolls. So I think if you got rolls, you would fill up.
Hand rolls. Yeah. Oh, and then the dessert, the matcha affogato. I've never had anything like that in my life.
Yeah, that was standout. That was probably the best. They were all really good, but that one was
That's what I'm saying.
Amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm here for a good affogato, right? Like there, you can't go wrong. But then matcha just brings in this like different element that like you're not expecting, and you're like, okay, like yeah, I think it's gonna work, right? But then you just like taste it, and you're like, this works on every level possible. Like this
Mm.
is so fucking good.
And I like that a lot of their nigiri bites were simple. You know, um they didn't have as much like I would say extra dressing, and not literally dressing, but you know what I mean, like extra stuff done to them. Like most of the bites were just the fish, a little bit of wasabi and rice.
That's
And I'm
it.
like, go back to keep it simple. Sometimes that's it. Like
Yeah.
that's what I want. I don't need anything else. And it's yeah, amazing.
I think this is a really good like reminder for us. Or this is like our life motto. Like just go back to keep it simple. Like
Yeah.
this is how we like you if you have a quality product, right? Like we were talking about last week with the steaks. All you need is a good flaky sea salt, right? If you can execute the cooking properly like we talked about with a little bit of charcoal, a little bit of fire, um a little heat, and then you get that salt. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, if you have a good quality, like a high quality fish, just a little wasabi, just come on,
Spot
man.
on.
Come
I do
on,
want to
man.
ask him why the wasabi was under the fish, whereas I've historically seen it on top. I'm
Mhm.
curious if there's a method to that.
I liked it though.
No, I
I
did. I
liked
mean,
it.
yeah, it was good, but I'm just curious, like, why?
I don't know. We'll have to ask him. But you know what else I can say really quickly before we just make this whole episode about sushi, which I wouldn't be mad about, but I don't think that's why the people are listening to us today. Is when you take a bite of like you have like a nigiri, right? So you have a little bit of rice and then the fish or protein on top. And then the wasabi is on top of that. That's going to hit your tongue first. And or like very, at the beginning of the mouth feel experience. When the wasabi is underneath, it's like a little hint and a nice surprise, which I like that because it's not like you still get it. You still get the wham, right? But it's not like, hi, I'm overpowered. It's like one of the
Mm,
first things. It's like a really nice sandwich. You get the rice, the fish, then the wasabi, and then you get like, whatever, the buttery taste you get, but it's like not the first thing. I
mm.
appreciate that.
Have you seen the video of Matthew McConaughey explaining how he makes tuna salad?
I have.
That is really intriguing because I come from a very basic tuna salad family. That it
Mm-hmm.
was very simple. It was just a jar of or a can of tuna fish,
Mm-hmm.
Hellman's mayonnaise. Must be Hellman's. No other mayonnaise is allowed in this home.
But you better speak for yourself on that one. But
That's
okay.
how I grew up. So it was just a can of tuna, Hellman's mayonnaise, and by the way, like a lot of Hellman's mayonnaise. Like the stuff was like in there,
Yeah, we know.
and that's it. Literally, that's tuna salad to me. So like other tuna salads that add all this stuff like celery and onion. It's not that I don't like it. It's just not what I grew up with, so I'm not used to it. And then I saw that video, and I was like, dude is putting like peas and wasabi and like what else, like 10 other things. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm I don't I'm skeptical. However, wasabi has really grown on me. And so I
Yeah.
do wonder if I would like it
I would like it.
in
I would
tuna
like to try
fish.
it. We should make it.
Tuna fish.
Yeah, the video came out like a year ago.
But
You're just now seeing it?
no, I saw it before, but when
Okay.
you said wasabi, you were talking
Yeah.
about that, it made me think of because he puts wasabi in the tuna and peas, which peas is crazy. There's no I'm sorry. I reject that.
Peas is like a real nasty food. you
Peas
guys.
adds nothing. It doesn't add anything. They don't taste like anything really.
They do have a taste. Are you okay?
It's strong, but it's not good. So it's unnecessary. It's like a minor thing that doesn't add anything in my opinion. So I would not even try that.
Have you ever had a split pea soup?
Yeah, actually that's not
Wait,
bad.
you wouldn't try? You wouldn't even try it?
I wouldn't
Don't
go
be
out,
so
I wouldn't go out of my
sheltered.
way to make it. If someone made it for me, and I would sure I would take a
Yeah,
bite.
you would try it.
But I just can't see the peas adding anything valuable. To me, what I grew up with, I already described it, but all you do is you take that tuna salad, you put it on white bread with a slice of American cheese. That's it. Nothing else. And the white bread sticks to the roof of your mouth, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
That kind of white bread. You don't toast it either. That's a different sandwich. That's like more like a tuna melt, which is a different thing.
Okay.
Anyway, that's how I feel about tuna fish.
All right. Tell the people.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we also, what else do we do? We also put up our tree.
Yeah, we did the tree. You guys, let's talk about the tree for a second. Can we talk about the tree for a
So
second?
I feel some context here. Um, I have been for a long time on the okay, I've flipped. So originally in the beginning of our relationship, I was always a real tree guy. I like real trees. I like the smell, I like the feel, it's legit. But then at some point I flipped and I was like, yeah, fake tree is just more. I think the original reason I flipped was cost. I was like, okay, these trees are expensive. So a fake tree pays itself off in like 2 years. So then I was on the fake tree train, but then you were like, no, I want a real tree again. So the past couple of years we've done a real tree. This year, and I've been supportive of, by the way. I'm like, yeah, I get it. I get it. But this year, after this tree, I'm like, I cannot do this anymore. We have got to buy a fake tree because this was a disaster. It did not fit. We bought a very nice tree. It was like $175. Beautiful tree. Not dead. Very alive. Very nice. We put it on the roof of my Tesla. That was a whole thing. Whatever. We got home. Fine. It was fine.
We thought we were going to lose it on Mopac.
Then I go to put it in the stand. It turns out our stand is too wide. So the trunk of the tree is too narrow. And the screws of the stand, they don't go in far enough to actually grab the tree. So I had to figure out how do I increase the size of the trunk. So first I tried aluminum foil because I was thinking cardboard is no good because cardboard will get wet and over the next month will disintegrate. So I'm going to wrap like I was wrapping like these like coins we have in aluminum foil.
Wait. You got to tell people you were under a time constraint because the whole time he was like, oh God, it doesn't fit. My arm is in the tree holding the trunk and August is running around and I'm like, figure it out. Like my hand's getting tired.
You were
like
hangry too.
I was hungry.
You were pissed
I was mad, bro.
And we were tired. It was a long day. So I'm like trying to get this in. And it just
so he's just wrapping fucking coins in aluminum foil.
I was trying like anything. I
mean, it works.
No, it didn't work. That's not the solution.
Okay, go ahead.
There's more to this story.
Okay.
That did not work because it turns out, and I didn't know this, you actually need the screws to go into, because they like literally need to bite into the wood, right?
Yeah.
So wood is soft enough that the stand screws can actually like
penetrate.
Grab in.
Right.
Well, with a metal coin, of course they can't. They just stick there. So that was a bad solution. So you got to the point where you're like, I'm done with this for now. So we just leaned it over.
Yeah, I said I gotta fucking eat. Because it was like 45 minutes. You guys, 45 minutes of like me switching from my left arm to my right arm and going, August, don't touch it. And then like switching again. And it's just chaos. I said, turn the TV on. Let him fucking watch something. I'm angry. I'm yelling. It's not a great thing.
Yeah. So then you ate. And then while you were eating, I was like, let me go think. And there's something about the garage, by the way. If you're a dude, you just got to go to the garage.
Yeah.
That's where I went. I was like, I'm going to think in here. There's something in here I can use. And sure enough, I found these old canvases that we're throwing away. So I don't have like wood just sitting around. I need like, in an ideal world, I'd have some 2x4 blocks that I could just saw. They're nice and thick, right? And I would just put in there, but I don't have any of those, and I don't have a saw. So I'm like, thinking, where can I find like just scrap wood? So these canvases have these wood frames. I was like, perfect. That's exactly what I'll use. Because it was either that or I literally had to drive to Home Depot and buy shims. Like, you know what wood shims are? So I was like, perfect, this will work. So then I'm in the garage by myself, karate kicking these canvases, which are much stronger than I thought they were, by the way. I don't think I told you this, but I had to kick them several times to like break them down. Because again, I don't have a saw. So there's no easy, I've literally have to brute force this.
Wait, okay. Never mind, keep going.
Yeah, so I'm just in our garage kicking these canvases as hard as I can. I break apart these pieces. Well, they're all differing length, obviously, because when you kick them, they don't break all on the same. So one is like this long and one is this long, but I'm like, whatever, it won't matter. This will be important later, by the way. It does matter.
Okay.
You don't even know all this detail.
I don't
even share all this with you.
Continue. I'm
so
listening.
Like you're hearing this for the first time.
I am hearing it for the first time. Yeah.
So then you eat, and then I'm like, all right, let's do it again. I've got the solution. So I put these 4 differing length wood frames that I broke apart on each side. So there's 4 screws. There's one for each side. I start tightening it down. It gets to the point where I'm like, okay, it's like reasonably sturdy, right? But one thing about me is I really don't like things that aren't sturdy. It really bothers me. Like if I know something, like even this this has a little bit of, like, I would prefer this were more sturdy. Anything that's not like super sturdy, it's something about it that I
It
don't
drives
like.
you crazy.
So the tree, I would say, is like 70% of where it needs to be, to the point where if like August really like grabbed it or something, I would be afraid it would fall. So I'm like, I'm not happy with how sturdy this tree is. So I get to the point where I can't, the screws are so tight, I can no longer like get them with my hands. So I grab a screwdriver so I can create leverage through the hole, and then I start cranking them so I can really get them tight. And now this is where the length of the differing lengths come into play. So I crank the one side down that has the highest wood frame. Sorry if this is going on for too long. But it turns out because that one's longer, it's exerting more pressure at the top than the other ones, which aren't meeting it there, so it's not supporting. So that's why all of a sudden I'm cranking and the whole tree just falls over.
Well, no. You skipped a very important step.
We already started lighting it.
Which is I put the fucking ornaments on.
We already started putting
and all the
ornaments
lights. On. And then it topples over.
Yeah, with
and
all
I'm
of
like,
that on.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Figure it out. Like, I'm not doing
so
this
the
again.
root cause is that the longest one exerted too much top pressure on the tree and it forced it over. So here we are. It's in there.
It's literally reinforced to the wall.
Yeah. So my ultimate solution, because it's still unsteady one way.
Oh my God.
I took a piece of string and tied it around the trunk, and I literally duct taped it to the back of the wall. You can't see it because the tree is right up against the wall, but then it prevents it from tilting and falling that way.
Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't really care because we are always going to have a real tree and we're going to have to figure it out. And meaning I will order a different base that has longer reach so that we don't have this issue ever again. But you acknowledge
the fake tree would be so much easier.
Yeah, but I'm not in it for ease. I'm not in it for ease.
They also come pre-lit.
I don't care. Like I couldn't even tell you how much I don't care because I've always grown up with a real tree. It's always going to be a real tree. We tried the fake tree for a couple of years. We tried the flocked tree, which, is just carcinogen, fucking cancer, endocrine disruptor that you're breathing in. No, thank you. I'd rather not. I'd rather just get a real tree and then have the real smell. And you don't have to worry about, getting fake smell. Like it's worth it.
Mm.
I appreciate your scrappiness and willingness to.
It's a lot of work
on it here.
It's a lot of work,
but worth it in my opinion. Because I'm not.
This could have been the 3-minute fight for the segment, by the way, today. The fake tree versus real tree.
Yeah.
Fake trees are so much easier.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
Yep.
And they're so much more cost effective. And by the way, the smell, you can just buy candles and get the same smell.
Yeah, I just think we fundamentally are different human beings when it comes down to certain topics. By the way, and this is one of them.
By the way, you have to throw it away at the end. And like for whatever reason, Austin, or at least where we live, there's no Christmas tree pickup. So what do you do with it? Unless you live in the woods or in the country, which we don't right now, every year I'm like, what the hell do I do with this tree? And we would not have to worry about that if we had a fake tree.
We wouldn't have to worry about that if we lived in the country.
Mm.
Yeah. So you can say all of these different things, but here we are. Here we are, babe. We're making it work. Yeah. Okay.
All this is.
Can we talk about something that I just?
Yeah. Go ahead.
When you were saying that you don't have a saw, do you know what it made me think of?
When I sawed our bed in half? Yes. This is a great story.
Yeah, I just thought of this for the first time.
Ingenuity.
We were living in North Carolina, and this was probably like fucking 10 years ago? Yeah. I mean, a long time ago, at least a decade. And we were moving. No, we weren't moving. We just bought.
Yeah, we just moved in.
Okay, this is right. We were moving from Georgia to North Carolina, and we had a bed frame.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a box frame. So it was just the bottom portion, right? And it was just like, okay, whatever. Well, what happened was like we couldn't get it up the stairs, right? Like it wouldn't fit up the stairs. And it was like the
Correct.
Friends scene where it was like pivot, and it was like nobody could get
The
it up.
angle of the stairs was such that you couldn't get the bed frame up.
Yeah, because the stairs had a turn in it.
The mattress you can, because the mattress has give in it, right? So you can kind of.
Yeah. So what happened was we broke it in half and then we fucking reassembled it in our room.
Yeah.
And that's all. That's the
So,
story.
I
But it
mean,
was just funny because
I was, again, I had to go think about this. I was like, how do I rig this to work? Because we didn't have an actual bed frame. So the only other option was mattress on the floor,
which we've done before.
which we've done before,
Love.
or we buy a bed frame that doesn't need a box spring. Well, at the time, it's not like we had a lot of money. So it was like buying a bed and a bed frame was like a significant purchase.
Right.
So we didn't want to do that because we're tight on money. So I got to figure out how to get this freaking box frame up the stairs.
Yeah.
So I literally went out back. I had a saw at the time and I sawed this
But it was
thing.
a handsaw.
Yes.
It was like so much work.
It was
We
a
were just
handsaw.
going back and forth.
So I literally hand sawed this thing in half, folded it once because I had, sawed through the wood. So I folded it and then carried it up, unfolded it. Now I've got an unsturdy box frame because it's been sawed in half. And
Yeah.
did I like tape it back to, I don't know what I did, but I basically rigged it. So I was like, all right, it's sturdy enough.
I don't think we taped it.
Maybe I like drove
we
some
nailed
nails
it.
through
Yeah.
it or something to reinforce it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, this box spring, once we move again, this is it. Like
Yeah.
it's done. So this is just a temporary, but yeah, it was there for 2 years or something.
Yep.
And it worked.
We did
One
what
thing
we
about
could do.
us that I've realized is we have never had a good bed.
I know.
Good bed
We've
frame.
never prioritized it, like really.
Well,
And that's the next purchase.
yeah.
Well, add it to
We've
the
never
fucking list.
prioritized. So I think most young couples have this experience where you like, when you're just starting out, you don't realize how expensive furniture is.
Mhm.
And so you kind of like, you go cost effective for furniture because you have to. The problem with the IKEA stuff, we've had plenty of it, is it is literally not designed to move. Like all of that stuff is like particle board and like these really, it's not made for durability.
Right.
It'll work if you get it in place, build it, and don't move it. But once you move it, the structural integrity of those
And
like,
one thing
cheaper
about
pieces,
Tim,
and I don't like
He fucking
unsturdy stuff.
take it, dude. He literally, when we go fucking tour houses, you guys, he's literally walking through the house and being like, is this real stone or is it facade? Is this, yeah, like he'll knock on walls and shit. And I'm like, oh my God. He's like,
get
I
it
just want to
now.
make sure that it like lasts. I'm like, you look like such a dad. It's such a dad thing
It
to
is. And I get it now. I used to always notice my old uncles and stuff would be walking around. They'd just be like grabbing stuff.
do. Just like the corner of the tables
Yeah,
and shit.
they don't say anything. They just walk around.
You know what they're thinking.
I now get it.
All right. So bottom line is we need to buy like a real bed. Like we've had real beds before, but not like, I wouldn't say
not
nice.
sturdy, nice beds. All of them have been
They've been like low profile, like low to the
cheap
floor.
and
Just like what's in style and on trend,
Yeah.
not what's going to last us like the rest of our lives.
Yes, and I'm a big proponent of buying stuff once for a lifetime.
Yeah. And I'm not so
And
much.
you are not.
It's fun.
But
It's fun. We should go to Four Hands soon.
yeah, so we found the Four Hands outlet, which is great because they have like
So
this
ideal.
really well made furniture, but it's all the stuff that didn't sell in like I've never been to the real showroom or whatever, but it's all the stuff that's like slightly damaged or slightly aesthetically off in some way, but most of it's really minor.
So minor. Like
But
you can't even notice.
But the price, it's like 50% off. So we now go there because now we can afford some nicer furniture, but we're still not at the point where I'm buying a $5,000 dresser, right? Like that's not gonna
Babe,
happen.
that dresser we bought was like $3,000 or $4,000.
It was $2,500, I believe, and that's half off the market. Like it went for $5,000, and
so you wouldn't buy a $5,000 dresser, even though your whole MO in life is you want it to outlive you.
Not when I can buy a $2,500, right? Not when I can buy the same dresser for $2,500. That's just there's slightly something wrong with it. I'll take that all day.
Okay.
So it's like, oh, it's got a scratch in it, or oh, it's just like this one drawer doesn't close all the way correctly. Like for half off, I'll take that all day because that stuff is pretty minor and like you don't really notice it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I
the one
think
in our bedroom that we
yeah,
got, I couldn't even tell you what's wrong with that.
nothing's wrong with it.
Right. That's my point. And it
It's
was
just
half off.
they couldn't sell it.
But it's solid. Like it's solid wood. It's not particle board. It's solid wood. It's
I
heavy.
think you would spend $5,000 on a dresser. That's insane that you would even say that you wouldn't, because I know you fucking would, because you spend stupid money when it comes to stuff like that.
But I haven't. We've bought 2 dressers, one for Augie's room, one for our room. Both
Yeah.
of them were half off. Both of them are high quality, sturdy furniture. They're just slightly something wrong with them. So why would I buy the full price?
If like Four Hands Outland didn't exist, you totally would. You'd be like, this is going to last forever. Like, we need this. Because you don't have a hard time spending on stuff like that. You're just like, yes, solid.
If I
solid
know
purchase.
it's going to last for the rest of my life, then yes, maybe. But I'm just saying I would prefer the one that's half off.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
Still
Well, definitely me too.
structurally sound.
Because then we could buy 2.
So check out the Four Hands outlet.
Yeah, not
Go
sponsored.
there. It's great. But I like it there a lot. And
we should go soon, actually, because we have a whole list, Tim. Like,
yeah,
we don't need to get into it here and tell
we're in the
everyone,
phase
but,
of
like,
slowly replacing all of our
everything.
cheap furniture with nice stuff. And I'm trying to do this with everything in our life. Like, how do we buy stuff once? And now, the glasses has been my favorite purchase by far. The
Glasses?
drinking glasses.
The fucking stainless steel.
Yeah. So,
Jesus.
you hate this. But I am really tired of buying drinking glasses and having them break. So I was like, why don't we get stainless steel cups? They'll literally never break. They'll outlive us all. And so I forced you, or you finally came around and bought
You
4
didn't.
of them.
I bought them for you as a gift.
They are my favorite cup by far. The only downside of using stainless steel is like there's certain drinks you want in a glass. Like I don't want to drink whiskey out of a stainless steel cup.
No.
Like I want to drink that out of a glass. But water or like milk or like regular stuff you drink every day, I mean, it literally makes no difference to me.
You drink milk every day?
With like protein shakes sometimes, yeah.
Okay. All right.
So stainless steel cups are fantastic because they'll never break.
Yeah, I mean, there's a
There's
place.
not
There's a
it's
place
not
for
plastic.
them.
It's not plastic.
Yeah, there's a place for them.
It's not plastic.
I'm not saying that they're like awful. It's just they're not my favorite. And I think to your point, like I'm not going to drink a beer in one.
Yeah,
I would
get that.
not drink a beer in one. I would drink a beer in a glass, and a proper. Every drink has its respective glass that you should drink it in, right? Like a wine, I wouldn't drink wine in there.
Well, like a white wine you could drink in there. Because
Yes,
some
perhaps.
white wine
If
is
I'm
like literally
camping,
made in stainless
If I'm
steel.
outside, yeah, hell yeah, I will drink anything in it. Like if I'm in the wilderness, if I'm camping, or we're just like, if I'm on the beach, I'll drink anything out of a stainless steel. I don't give a fuck. I'm talking about in my home. I just, I don't know. All right. What do we have next to talk about?
I get it.
Okay.
No, it's a good conversation. All of the all the holiday stuff really made me like all the work we've done, and we're not even at Christmas yet. But all the work, it was like we were talking about. It's a good reminder that like it's not until you're a parent do you realize that the magic of the holidays is all that you remember from being a child. It's all because of the work that your parents did.
Right.
There's nothing inherently magical about Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever holiday you love. It's
Right.
just that the fact that the people you love did a tremendous amount of work that you probably didn't see or definitely didn't appreciate. And you don't appreciate it until you do it.
Yeah.
And
That's tough. It's tough to
right?
think about, like, as a parent, because you know that, like, well, you're never going to get that back again. So it's like, man, yeah, you should definitely thank your parents, or like your grandmother or your mom or your aunts or whoever like made this really special for you, because
they put in a ton of work.
Yeah.
And now when
they are the magic makers.
When you're a parent, you have to do it. You realize like it's hard, because this is not your job. Like you have you're living life. Life doesn't stop. So you have your job, whatever you do for work. You have your kids that they have all the same needs they always have. So like, it's not like you just get extra time. You still have life you're living. You've got to figure out how to do it. And like, if I don't know if you feel this way, but like most of the time, it's in the moments where I'm just like, I really just want to relax. Like I'm tired, but you know, it's 8 o'clock at night and we have no other time to do this. So we got to do it right now.
Yep.
And it makes you really appreciate your parents. And yeah, because they did that. And then once you do it, you kind of appreciate it more.
Yeah. Someone's got to be the magic makers. You know, Santa only comes one night. So,
Yeah.
you know, you got to work for Santa all the other nights.
Yeah.
And what I was thinking about too is like, well, everybody's going back home for the holidays and Thanksgiving and like Thanksgiving is like tomorrow. Or we're recording this on Wednesday. So. And like it's just everybody always asks like are you going back home or are you staying here for the holidays? Like has people asked you that question? Everybody always asks that question. It's like we're staying here, you know, and then like I was having a phone call with my friend yesterday and she's like, "Is your mom coming down?" I was like, "No, we're just like hanging out here." And it just makes me really like I get very sad about that during Christmas specifically just because of like the weight that it holds for me and like what those different Christmases looked like growing up and like, you know, whatever, that's my own shit. But even for Thanksgiving, it like makes me a little sad to just be like, oh, like, yeah, we've been doing Thanksgiving, me and you, for a long time, just us. And we have traditions, you and me. Like, and that's great. But something about like, even just like growing up when when you're at like your grandmother's house and you just, you know, you're in that like stage of life where you're just like, you roll your eyes, you don't want to be here. It's like, I wish I could go back and tell myself, like, shut the fuck up. Like, open your eyes and remember this and like pay attention. And like, you don't know that like it's not gonna last. Like, you just think that that's gonna be forever, right? Like, you just think that like you're gonna be, you know, sitting around the kitchen table eating grandma's chocolate chip cookies while everybody like smokes in the house and drinks a beer and like you just think that that's going to last. And like all those holidays that you get with like the magic makers, the moms and the grandmas and the people who like really make that special for you, and then like you just blink and then you're an adult one day and you're just like the house is gone, like the cousins, the aunts, the uncles, like nobody gets together anymore. And it's like very sad and like isolating because it's like, I wish I could just go back and tell myself to just like really pay attention and like soak it in and just like watch every movement and like watch as your grandmother like gets up and walks around because she's doing it all behind the scenes, especially your grandmother. Oh my gosh. The woman does everything for everyone.
Sit down.
She doesn't sit. She doesn't eat. She does everything for everyone. And it's like one day, like you are going to really like miss it. And it just doesn't happen anymore. And like, that's really sad.
Yeah.
It's very sad. So like,
yeah, I guess you're right. You don't really comprehend that what you're experiencing is not going to be forever. You kind of just, you don't even have that forethought because you're too young. But then, and it's not, sometimes people pass away and stuff but that's not even what we're talking about. We're talking about literally people just like, they grow up and they move away and like, it's just, the family doesn't get together anymore like they used to. Yeah.
Yeah. That's really sad.
That's one thing I really hope we do differently. Maybe I'm very idealistic here, but I really want to make it so that like we always have our kids or our grandchildren home for Thanksgiving, and I will make it as easy as possible for them to whatever it takes. Like I could think of, there's nothing else I'd rather spend my money on when I'm old than like, I will buy your plane ticket if you don't live near. Whatever I have to do to make it as easy as possible for you to come here so that we don't have to, you know, have that be something that falls apart, because that to me is very, I think it's very sad. But, and I love Thanksgiving. It's like my favorite holiday. It is by far my favorite holiday. Way better than Christmas, in my opinion.
I'm emotional now.
I love Thanksgiving because it's very simple. There's the very low expectations. It's not like Christmas where you have presents and there's expectations. It's very simple. You just gather, eat, and relax. That's it. And I just think there's so much beauty in that holiday. And also
How
focusing.
much relaxing are we really doing?
But that's the thing, right? Like you are. So this is another difference from when you're a kid to when you're grown up is like when you're a kid, you're not doing any of the work really.
Yeah.
When you get older, you're doing all the work.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe you're relaxing less, but the gathering part of it and the focusing on what you're grateful for, that is such a beautiful holiday. The older I get, the more I recognize how that's really fantastic. Like to have a holiday that's just focused on what are you thankful for?
I'm so sad right now. Like, I'm like really emotional.
Amanda's not gonna be able to recover.
Cut
Cut the episode. It's over. It's done. She's having a breakdown.
Because it's like you're saying all these things and we're not doing them. We're not gathering. Who are we gathering with? We live with each other. Like it's sad.
Yeah, but we're building our own.
I mean, we're doing Friendsgiving and stuff.
Yeah,
but
we are, and we're building our own. We're in the early phases of building our own unit to gather with. And so it may not feel like it yet, but we are doing that. And God willing, we have a couple of kids. So that
several.
Gathering,
bitch, you were no.
That gathering will grow slowly with time, and we'll forge it into a proper gathering again. But man, I just feel like Thanksgiving is the best holiday, and it is like, I feel like there was a moment in culture, this has kind of waned a little bit, but there was like a moment in culture where like, I feel like people were kind of shit talking Thanksgiving. Like
oh my God.
Do you know what I mean?
Fucking go. Yeah. About everyone wanting to be woke about Christopher Columbus.
Okay.
Or wait, no.
I don't know how he fits into this. Oh, okay. I get it. All right. Oh, okay.
The Mayflower and the Plymouth fucking and like
there was that, but that's not what I was thinking of.
Oh,
there was like
people,
more.
I'm like, don't you dare cancel Thanksgiving, you son of a bitch. This is the best fucking holiday. We're getting fat. We're watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
We're watching
football.
It's America.
Go fuck yourself.
Okay.
Sorry, I just bounced right back.
That is not where I was going. But
I went
that
from
is
crying to rage.
Hey, I got you out of it, so success.
All right. What are
I
you
was
talking
thinking
about?
more about the like there was almost like this like idea that like going home for Thanksgiving is annoying because you have to deal with your crazy uncle who's like a conspiracy theorist, and you're gonna hear him like talk about
get
COVID.
over it. Yeah, get over it.
But I'm like, that is like the fun of it, in
Mhm.
my opinion. Like you should enjoy that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like you have to agree with everyone politically at the freaking table. Who cares?
It's so
it's just like,
annoying.
Just appreciate your family for who they are.
And it's a couple hours of your life.
Yeah, and it's like then it's over and whatever. Like I just think it's entertaining. Like,
yeah.
And I look back and everybody's had that experience, right?
Everyone.
The Thanksgiving and you have that one uncle who's just like telling you about
something
how
insane.
Bill Gates, I don't know, is actually
there's a chip. There's a chip in the vaccine.
Something crazy.
Something.
But it's so entertaining to me, and I just like I'm like, man, now we don't have that now, but if I could, it's just fun. And like, just stop taking it so seriously. Like, it's just like, it's not a freaking political debate. Just sit down with your family and have fun and laugh. And just like, if your uncle is crazy, like, just so what? He's not going to change probably. So just like deal with it and have fun.
Just and like be an adult about it too. Like, there's so many people in both of our families that don't agree with each other and they're on different sides of the political spectrum. But it's like, get together. They act like adults. Sometimes they do it for the kids. It's a couple hours of your life. Like, grow up.
Just have fun with it.
Nobody,
I don't know what else to say.
yeah. It's like, oh God. But like, people really like get like, anticipatory like hype about it. They're like, oh,
and they get like offended by it.
And they get like anxiety about it. And it's like, gosh.
Stop thinking so much. Just I don't know what
like,
else to
yes,
say.
she voted for him and she voted for her and she wished that, like everybody wants it to be different. And it's like, now's not the time to talk about that. And even if it does come up, like,
well, also I think you can talk about it, but just like, don't take it so literally.
Some people can't talk about it.
Well,
Some people
that's
can't,
sad.
and
I mean,
that's
I
their
think
problem.
you just need to be like, people have opinions, like they're different than yours, and you know what? The goal of Thanksgiving dinner is not to sit here and change your uncle's opinion. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
that's absurd.
just
Maybe.
literally just feed off of it and have fun. Just be like, oh,
Yeah.
really? Like, tell me more. Like, I mean, that's just view it as entertainment. I guess
Yeah,
is what
but
I'm saying.
this is also like what you do is you poke the bear too.
Because I
Because
think
you
it's
know that
fun. I
you
think
like
it's
to get a
fun.
rise out of people. So like there's this guy that is in our HOA. Do you want to talk about that? Are we
Yeah,
allowed?
sure.
And are you sure?
Why wouldn't we be able
What if
to?
he listens to it?
I doubt he does. And
Well, there's this guy
he
in our
won't know.
HOA. We won't name him. And he's like, he gets like hyper fixated on something about, and now he's like going on and on about the quality of this fucking mulch or something. And Tim, because he knows that he can get a rise out of him, Tim will just be like, hey, what do we do? What do we do with this mulch pile? Or should I say pile of sticks? And the guy is like, oh my God, no, it's supposed to be high quality. And he sends like 5 paragraphs of an email. And this is what you do. So I can see you at this like holiday dinner because you're just like, well, tell me more about that. And then if it's like, I don't know, like whatever the topic is, you'll be like, oh, and then did you hear about this? When it's like everyone very clearly heard about this and you're just trying to get a rise out of the person. And I think it's hilarious, but I think also most people don't realize that you're doing it.
Mm,
And it's very
that's
like
very high
you're
level trolling.
instigating. Yeah, you're trolling. Yeah.
But in a fun way. Like, I'm not trying
Yeah.
to like, I'm not, it's just fun. And like, I don't know, maybe I think that's my personality a little bit. But the core message I'm trying to say is just have fun. Like, don't take it so seriously.
Yeah.
There's no stakes involved. Like, there's no policy decision that's going to be made at your Thanksgiving dinner table. You're not in Congress trying to pass a bill. It doesn't matter.
Preach.
So just have fun.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like,
I wish this episode would have come out before Thanksgiving because that would have been a really cool soundbite.
use it for Christmas. I mean, I don't know. People
Okay,
say the
say it
same
again.
thing
No,
at
I'm just
Christmas.
kidding.
See, Christmas though is different. Have you noticed this?
In what way? What are you about to say? I don't
Well,
know.
the holiday is different, but I get the sense that there's just something else going on at Christmas. People are more emotional at Christmas. And I don't know if everyone feels this way, but I get the feeling.
Yeah, it's not as deep. We're not talking about Jesus here.
Well, I mean that for whatever reason, Christmas, that holiday seems to have a lot of emotions for people and they come out. And so because it's higher stakes, because there's like more, I think the underlying drive is just that it's higher stakes.
Yeah, it's like what really matters here.
Yeah, and but I think it's almost harder because I just noticed people are more like, a lot of people are more emotional around Christmas. So I don't know if Christmas works for everyone, but use it.
Okay.
Just have fun. Or maybe at your barbecue in July 4th. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. It's just like it's not the time.
Talking to
Read the
people,
room.
it can be fun is my point, and just have fun with it. Don't go into it with like, I've got to change someone's mind. Your goal is not to change anyone's mind. If you just go in with that, nor is your goal to necessarily have your mind changed. Although I would suggest that that's a good thing. Like if you're willing to go in and maybe I'm open to, that's generally speaking a good way to approach any interaction. Maybe I could learn something from this person.
There's a
But
concept.
if you can't even get there, fine. Just go in and be like, we're not changing opinions. I'm not changing my opinion. I'm just going to have fun and just talk to people as human beings. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Great advice, Tim.
Yeah.
What else? We're very unprepared, as we normally are.
We
Well, we don't like to be like, we got to touch on this, and this, and this.
Well, I think we want to talk about Thanksgiving a little bit more, right?
What do you want to say about it?
Well, I think we were going to talk about, do we still want to talk about the frozen turkey, or is that past? Maybe we missed the boat on that one.
Just, sum it up. One year we forgot to take out the turkey ahead of time because like rookie mistake, and we were like growing up little babies. And then it was too late, and it was like the day of, and you threw it in our guest bathtub with hot water to try to defrost it.
Yeah.
And that's all.
Disaster.
But it works out.
One thing I really don't like about, if I'm cooking, I think everybody feels this way. I don't like a lot of cooks in the kitchen. That's a saying for a reason. Too many cooks in the kitchen. Your mom, God bless her.
My mom was trying to help you.
She was trying to
and
help,
save the day,
but
and you
she
were
had
just
a
like,
lot. It was funny because she had a lot of opinions on how we were cooking things, and she was like cognizant that she didn't want to be too involved, but she clearly wanted to express. Do you remember this?
yeah, dude. She's like that with everything.
And I was like, all right, if you want to cook, you can just cook.
Yeah.
But it's very hard when you have multiple people trying to like prepare because you just have different ways of doing things.
I was FaceTiming her the other day, and I don't think you were there. No, I think you were at work, and she was like, "What was that?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" She's like, "Your tree." And I said, "Yeah." I said, "We got it last night." And she goes, "And it's up and decorated already?" And I'm like, "What are you lower your voice first
Wait,
of all."
what did
She
she
gets
want?
insane about it. She
Too
said,
quickly?
You don't do that right away. You have to let it air out, and it'll naturally fluff and fall over a day or
I never
24
thought of
hours, and then you decorate it. And I said, "But we have a toddler, and we wanted to get it done while he was sleeping, and that was our window of opportunity." And she's like, "Okay." And then I said, "Geez, man." And then she's like, and then she apologized. She's like, "I'm sorry about the Christmas comment. Like, I'll try to like not overstep next time." And I'm just like, Jesus, rip my head off. She's like, "What was that?" Like, and she just yells like that. And it's very jarring out of nowhere. And I'm like, "Oh, it's a Christmas tree."
Yeah. You know when
Oh
she was
my
really
God.
good about this, when she came down when August was born and she stayed with us for 2 weeks or whatever. She was so
Yeah, because
good.
she just wants to help,
but
she's aware.
She was very aware.
Yeah, and
she
she's
was
like,
so
"I don't want to
good
overstep.
about she was just like,
Here's what I did,
yeah,
and here's
but like,
what some
how
other
do you
people
guys
do."
want to do it? She was very, very good about it. She was
Yeah.
the whole time. She's excellent. Honestly, I would have even preferred more because we didn't know what the hell we were doing.
Yeah.
So part of the reason I really wanted your mom is I need someone here who's done this before. I
Right.
don't want to read the book. I can Google it, sure.
Right.
But like, I want hands-on experience from someone who's done this.
She's done it multiple times. She's got the childhood education. Like, she's worked around kids.
Yeah.
Like, she's got the full resume.
So to your mom's defense, she could have even been more. She could have even just been like, just
she
do it
could have
this
been.
way.
No, she was really good.
Probably saved us a lot of time.
She's very, very, like, it was nurturing. And like, that's when you need your mom. You need your mom in a time like that to be nurturing.
Mhm.
You need somebody to like sit with you when it's like not good.
Yeah.
And just like reassure you that it's going to be okay. And like, I needed my mom.
Yeah. And I like to hear the way it was done in the past. That's how I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to hear the old way of doing it. Some of those are not good ideas, but
right. A lot of them are not great ideas, but
a lot of them
live
are
and you
good.
learn.
And what you don't realize, what we didn't realize, I think everybody has this experience, but the first time you have a kid, in hindsight, I now realize there's a whole industry that is built, like call it like the baby industrial complex. I don't know.
Yeah.
That literally
Capitalize on.
exists to capitalize on the fact that you don't know what you're doing, so they can sell you a bunch of stuff
that you don't need.
Think you need, but you do not need.
You don't need it.
You don't need most of it. And until you do it, the problem is you don't know what you don't know. So you're just like, well, I guess I need this baby bottle sanitizer, then the baby bottle warmer. And
you don't need that sanitizer thing, by the way.
The diaper warmer and the freaking light that, and then you do it and you're like, man, half of this stuff I don't need. The dishwasher is fine. He drinks the milk. He doesn't even care if it's warm.
There's a sanitization program
Most dishwashers
on
have
our
it.
dishwasher. So it washes everything and then it runs through a sanitization cycle. And it just
works the same way.
Ameliorated the entire need for like the baby Brezza 4-in-1 thing. That was such a fucking eyesore and just taking up an insane amount of counter space. So we returned it. Do you remember how big and bulky that
crazy.
thing was?
Crazy. Which credit to your mom. She was like one of the first people to be like, you could probably just put it in your dishwasher. I was like, actually, I think you're right.
Then we got on Amazon and we ordered like a $4 little like basket for all of the nipples and the like all of the little things. Save yourself the fucking money, bro.
There's a lot of money you don't need to spend.
There's so many
now
things
for the
you
second
don't need.
one,
You don't
we're
need
like, we know what we're doing.
Yeah. We're old vets now.
I understand how people get to 3 or 4 kids and they're just like, they're fine, whatever. Like it's they'll figure it out. They'll be fine. And the truth is, most of the time they will be fine.
Yep.
Speaking of new age parenting advice, we saw a crazy article.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about this and then wrap it up.
Okay. Do you want to go?
Okay, let me tee it
You
up.
get the context for people who haven't seen it.
Okay. Context is there is this article that came out that says you need to be asking for your child's consent before you change their diaper. In fact, it said infant. It said infant.
How does an infant? What did it
Ask
say?
for your infant's consent before you change their diaper. And I'm like, okay, so fucking no. I was like, you are really dumb, right? Like the way that I grew up came out in me in that moment, and it was like, shut the fuck up. What are you talking about? I'm not going to ask my infant's consent if I could change their diaper. Get the fuck out of here. But then another version of me is like, okay, let me read it again and try to figure out what they're saying. So Tim, these are my thoughts because
I'm reading it because
I've not told you my thoughts on this. We've not talked about this in real life. My thoughts, aside from like, shut the fuck up. Like that is the dumbest thing I could have ever said.
In their case.
Is
like, what are the merits of it?
Is I'm not going to ask August if I can change his diaper. If he's walking around in a shit diaper, I'm going to change it. But here's what like I read when I delved into it a little bit more, and what I always do anyways is like, I think the point, and like they could have said it in a different way, but they were probably rage baiting. I think the point is like, your kid is just floating around and everything is so new to them and they don't know what's going on. So like before you do something, like just say it out loud, right? Which I do. I do this already. Hey, you want to go for a car ride? I don't just pick him up and take him down and put him in the car. I say like, hey, I'm going to get you some juice. Do you want some juice? And then I talk him through the process. I'm not asking him if he wants juice. I'm saying, hey, here's some juice. I'm getting it out. I'm unscrewing the thing. Like they do need to be led in a way of like going through their day. Like when I put his pants on, I sing a little pants song, right? I'm not asking him, okay, because I don't think that, and also infant, he's not an infant anymore and he wouldn't even know what to, but I think there is a point of saying what you're doing or what you're going to do. I mean, that's so valuable. They have to be like aware, like, and then I saw this Instagram post a couple months ago and it said something like, did I send this to you? It was like, I'm 2 and my dad comes in and he is just mad about something. And then he picks me up and I don't know where we're going. And then he puts me here and I don't know who this person is. And it's like, but if you were to actually take the time and like talk to your kid, even if they can't have a full conversation back, because August is not speaking in full sentences yet. So just say like, hey, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to go downstairs and we're going to put your socks and your shoes on. And I say that, and you do too. And we say, we're going to put your socks on, your shoes on. And I say like, hey, I'm going to change your diaper. And then he like points down there and he's like, and I say, yeah, diaper, we're going to change it. I'm not ever going to sit here and be like, are you ready to get your diaper changed right now? Because he's going to say no and run out of the fucking room. He's going to be like, no, bitch, because he hates getting his diaper changed. Those are my thoughts. I think that they're fucking rage baiting. And I think that the whole thing is like,
I think they're serious about it though.
I can't. Where have we gone wrong?
I don't know. It's
as a society,
a crazy idea to me. I mean,
I think their whole point though is just talk about it.
No, they're talking about consent. I mean, the way
for
I
an
understand
infant,
it.
What does that makes no sense to me. This is not an adult.
Here's what they say.
This is not. Also, that argument doesn't even hold up.
We work with parents from birth just about how to set up a culture of consent in their homes. I'm going to change your diaper now. Is that okay? Of course, a baby's not going to respond, yes, mom, that's awesome. I'd love to have my diaper changed. But if you leave a space and wait for body language and wait to make eye contact, then you're letting that child know that their response matters. This to me, it feels like first of all, it just sounds crazy. I'm going to be honest.
So wait, but because are these the same kind of people that are saying like, it's okay if my kid comes home and wants to pretend like they're a lizard and now they identify as a lizard?
I don't know.
And now they're only eating bugs because I asked, do you want to be a lizard? And then they said yes.
I don't know.
And now they're allowed to eat bugs. I'm so serious. This is the same. Like there's gotta be a level of common sense here.
Yeah. The underlying thing you're getting at, I think, is like,
consent at what age?
Kids can't, first of all, at a certain age, I don't even think they can consent. Like Augie doesn't even know what that. I don't sense he grasps the concept of consenting to something. But maybe what you're getting at is like the slippery slope of, well, once you start with this, then they believe that. See, the underlying question is, do kids know what's best for them? And I would
Correct.
say they absolutely do not know what's best for them for a long time. And so encouraging that is based on the idea that they must know what's best for them. So therefore their consent matters because they know what's best.
Right.
But they don't. That's my opinion. And I actually think what's going on here is a weird contortion of the word consent, because the way that they just presented that, that's not, if I say, is it okay if I change your diaper now, and I wait to make eye contact, he's not consenting. What does that even mean?
Right. That's not the definition of consent.
Right. What you're talking about is, I would argue, explaining the context of
that's
what you're doing.
I'm saying.
And that is valuable.
Yes.
Because
agreed.
you want them to understand what's going on.
They need to know what's going on.
They're not consenting. At least our son is not old enough yet to even understand what that means to consent.
And they're saying infant, which blows my mind because that's younger than August. So what the hell? The kid, when you're an infant, you're a potato. You lay there like a sack of potato. You do nothing. You maybe roll over if you can. Like, it's insane to me. I think, yeah, I agree. The whole point is just them saying, you know, like, we should be more verbal in letting them know like what's going on in the day. So valuable. 100%. Yeah,
but
you
that's
should.
Twisting the word consent. That's not the definition. That is not how I would interpret that word. Consent is someone has agency and they can make a decision.
That part.
Which is like requires much higher level thinking.
Well, and it's a little bit more nuanced than that, because like if your frontal lobe is fully not even developed until you're of a certain age, then like I would argue that like you maybe fully don't understand the full implications of what you're saying yes to at a certain age.
Right. This is the question of, do they know what's best for them? So anyway, I will not be subscribing to this.
Unsubscribe.
Augie will not get a say in whether or not his diaper is changed.
But every single time we change his diaper, we say that. We say,
but not for the purpose of consent.
No.
Just
so he knows what's going on.
In fact, his body language says he's not consenting most of the time because he's fighting.
Yeah,
he fights us really hard.
Sometimes he really does. But sometimes I've noticed that he's like grabbing down there and I'm like, oh, you need your diaper changed. And
yeah,
so
but
he's
even
telling us.
Even sometimes he does that and then he fights us hard on the diaper change. So I would say he's.
But it's what's best for him. He can't walk around and get diaper rash.
It's crazy.
And just sit in a pile of poop for fucking hours. Imagine. Imagine.
All right, so
what are we doing
this
here?
Is the new segment of new age advice that you should ignore, or we will ignore. You do what you want.
Yeah, do what you want. I mean, this is.
We will not subscribe to this. This is crazy. This is crazy, in my opinion. You don't get to consent to putting your shoes on. If I tell you to put your shoes on, your shoes go on. Bottom line. You don't need to know why.
That's the thing. Remember, we were listening to that one podcast, that guy who said like he doesn't tell his kids no at all, and he has like 3 kids.
Yeah,
remember that?
Actually, I like a lot of the ideas from that guy. That one seems crazy to me. I can't.
So like,
if
you say we're going to the grocery store, you have to put shoes on.
Yeah, I can't subscribe to that. I do think there's value in maybe letting your kids fail. So like if it's cold out and you say put your coat on and then they refuse, I think then there's value in sometimes letting them go without the coat just so they can feel the implication of their decision. I think that's fine.
You have to let your kids fail,
but
bottom line.
Flat out ignoring or just saying like whatever you want, that to me is I can't. I'm not signing up for that.
That's absurd.
Kids don't know what they want for the most part until they're much older. And so they just need to be told what to do.
Yeah.
And I don't care if he doesn't like it. It's not my job as a parent to have a son who loves me all the time. I think a good parent, sometimes you get really mad at them as a kid. That means your parents did a good job because they enforced discipline and standards and rules, which, by the way, the world has.
Right. So you got to get used to it.
Like, is your job to create a false reality for your kids, or is it to prepare them to be a functioning adult in society? Well, guess what? You can't just walk around and do whatever you want in society. For the most, there are rules. So, like,
if you want to be a functioning member of society, you got to follow some rules. That's the point.
And it doesn't matter if you don't like them.
Yeah. And I said that to August the other day when he was standing up on the couch. And I'm like, sit on your butt. We do not stand on the couch. So fall off.
Yeah.
And he's like fucking with the pictures on the wall. I said, no.
Yeah.
And he looked at me and he started crying. And I said, I don't care because my job is to keep you safe.
Yeah. This is something I think about sometimes.
Whole canvas is like,
well, it's
you
like
guys,
this size. Yeah.
No, it's bigger. Not. It's like 15 feet or something insane. It's going to fall right on him and then he's going to fall off the couch, smack his head on the thing. I don't care. That's not my job to make sure that you're okay standing on the couch. I need to keep you safe. That's our role as parents.
Agree.
Insane to me. And like, yes, you have to let your kids fail, also caveat, because if you do everything for your kid, that kid is never going to know hardship. That kid is never going to know, embarrassment or, if your kid just, I don't know, if they don't remember their homework and they go to school without it and they're just used to you driving it back to them. No. You forgot it. You got to deal with the consequences. You need to remember next time. You need to deal with that. Oh God, I have to have an uncomfortable conversation with my teacher. Or my friends are going to look at me, whatever the fuck. That's life, dude.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be there at every single turn for the little shit like that. Because then what happens? They become dependent on you. And then what? They never leave your house and you turn into stepbrothers and they're 39 living whatever. Which I'm like, don't leave. But also like, you got to go. You got to go experience the world and like do shit on your own.
Yeah. Let them fall
Anyways.
And know when to catch them, basically. Sum it up. Sometimes you got to let them fall.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you can't let them fall. All right. Let's wrap there.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving. Go eat some turkey.
See ya.
Or wait, real quick. Favorite Thanksgiving dish?
I'm a huge fan of stuffing.
Yeah.
Love stuffing.
Yeah. Solid answer.
But my favorite is the leftover turkey sandwiches. Those are the best.
Yeah.
That just mayonnaise, turkey, put some stuffing on there, a little bit of gravy, a little bit of cranberry. Really good.
A little bit of peas and wasabi.
No.
All right. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bye.